Yes. Okay, hey guys, welcome to our August chapter leader meeting. I am going to start off by sharing my screen. Oh wait, why can I not minimize this? That's odd. Share screen. I have a lot of stuff on my screen, but not what I need, of course. Why can I, where is it? It's right here. Okay, can you guys see this?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I can. Yes.
Screen. Okay, so what we're focusing on is our t-shirt campaign. So we mentioned that we want to get this, our finalized product, and I don't think any more people are going to vote. So whatever we have right now as the current votes, we're just going to go with, because today is the 8th. And we could either finalize on 2 different dates, but we should do it around payday. So we're just going to do our top 2 choices. We're going to launch it on the 15th or the 30th, so people could purchase it right around payday. Do you think we would have, can we get this done by the 15th? And if the answer is no, then we'll launch on the 30th. What do you guys think?
I think we can.
Okay.
I absolutely think we can. I think based on the votes, like you said, nobody else is going to vote, and I've got one right up in front of me. The fun one, not false, is the clear winner. And then I think the other one is it's really close.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where is it? There it is. No, that's not it. Oh, there it is. It looks like, if I'm reading it correctly, looks like the logo with the gold is one ahead of the logo with the teal. So however we want to do that, if I'm reading that
works. So what we're going to do, those are the top 2 choices. We can launch it. We could put a post maybe tomorrow or the next couple of days saying, hey, we finalized, these are our final 2 t-shirts that we're going to be campaigning, or that you have the option to buy. And then we will launch it. Should we launch it on the 14th, or should we launch it on actual payday on the 15th? And then run it to the 30th, so they have 2 opportunities to buy. If they can't do it the first paycheck, maybe they could do it the second paycheck and then end it on the 30th. Is 2 weeks enough time? Is that enough time?
I think so.
I think it is, just as long as people are keeping up with it.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's put a post out today or tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, saying, hey, these are our top 2. We finalized based on your votes, these are the top 2 winners. We are going to be launching in a couple of days. Look out for the post for your chance to purchase. Do you want to do, if you buy 2 t-shirts, you'll get entered into a Starbucks drawing for $25. Do we want to do that?
If we can afford it, sure.
Well, I don't know how many people are really going to buy 2 t-shirts, but I don't mind. Maybe, well, you'd just be entered into a drawing and only one person gets $25. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not every single, oh, maybe that's not what I said though. Huh? I said if you buy 2 t-shirts, you get, no, that's what I said. If you get entered into the drawing, you buy 2 t-shirts, you get entered in a drawing for a $25 Starbucks gift card.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I could, yeah, $25 is doable. We could definitely do $25. Do you think people would buy 2 just to get a $25 Starbucks gift card?
I think they would
price
do
point
it.
did we end up on?
Oh.
They're $20, right?
$20 each. Okay.
I think they're going to be 20. Is that what we looked at?
Yeah, if we're only printing on the front, so they're affordable.
Yeah, they're going to be 20.
So if you bought 2, it'd just be 40, and then you have the chance to get entered in for a $25 Starbucks gift card.
Mm. Yeah. And that price does not include shipping. Shipping, I think, is like $5 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you bought 2, because I think because they're 2 separate campaigns, I think you're going to pay shipping twice.
Yeah.
I think. But it's still a really good price.
Yeah.
I mean, it's $20. I'm like, I'm buying 2.
Yeah. I will probably buy 2 of each size for both t-shirts so we could give them out at the hackathon. So we'll make enough for the minimum order no matter what, because I'll be purchasing enough for the hackathon anyways.
Yep.
And
I'm happy to donate the Starbucks cards too. We can do 2 of them even if we wanted to.
Okay, let's do that. So Carly, do you have time to be in charge of posting these are 2 final t-shirt designs? And the launching is easy actually, Carly. You just have to say like, we're launching campaign under the shirts that we finally pick.
She's muted right now.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I can use computers. Yeah, that'll be easy to finalize the campaign.
Yeah.
I'll just post it, to the study group page and the other page. And
Yeah.
then top. So hey, order. That should be fairly easy.
Yeah. So we'll launch it by at least the 15th because that's payday, and then we'll run it to the end of the month, 31st. Okay. So that will give them 2 different paycheck days to, and we could even mention that like, hey, this is a perfect time to purchase because it's paycheck, purchase one now, you're getting paid. What should be our goal to sell? We have to hit a goal so people can be like, hey, you guys, we're almost there. We've already sold half our, goal for, should we do a combined goal for both shirts or a separate goal for each shirt?
I say combine just because people may flock to one and then the other one will kind of get left in the dust.
That's true. Okay. Launch by the 15th. We'll run to the 31st.
What's the minimum that we have to sell?
5 of each. Like each design has to sell 5 for it to print.
But we only have 2 t-shirts, so
right. So why don't we make like 30 or 40 or a goal? Or we can make a smaller goal, and then when we get close to it, we'll be like, we only have 5 more to our goal, and then we can boost it up and be like, it was so great, we decided to make a new goal.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Carly, I remember you put out numbers, like 25, we would get so much profit. And it says it too in your link, like in your bonfire account on your dashboard, it says, if you sell 25 of this shirt, your profit is 130 or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, let me see if I can bring it up real quick. But I want to, if the more, sorry, I don't have it open.
But I remember you've posted it a couple of times. I remember.
Because we forget.
Yeah, we do forget. There's a lot of stuff going on. So let's make our goal.
If we can sell 20 of each shirt, I think, because I want to say 25 was like maybe $400 in profit for us. I think, or maybe it was a little under that. But if we can get to 20 for each design, that would be awesome. I think you get some nice money to help with the hackathon.
So 20 for each shirt. So how do we, but like someone said that was a good idea just to do one goal. Like we're trying to sell 40 shirts. So it doesn't matter if we just sell 40 in one and 0 in the other.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because I'll buy a minimum of each shirt. So we'll make the minimum no matter what.
Right.
So we're okay on that aspect, but let's do for 40. Let's say our goal is to sell 40 t-shirts. And so on the very first day that we launch it, I'll go ahead and buy like 5 of each. So then we're already like a quarter of our goal. So we're like, hey, you guys, we're doing such a great job. Yeah, we already hit a quarter of our goal. Help us get to the rest.
That's awesome.
Okay, so at least we know that. So 40 t-shirts. We're going to launch it by the 15th, run it to the 31st, try to raise at least $400. Go ahead, John.
So I was asking, do we have any other events that we need to put on the website? Just 'cause I know I haven't heard anything yet from anybody. So.
Yeah, if you guys have a meetup coming up, if you, then tell John. Or post it in the ChapterLeader meeting and say, hey, I have this coming up. No?
Sorry to ask the stupid question about the t-shirt sales, but will somebody be posting a link on our Facebook page so we can easily get to it and share it? Okay.
Yes. Yep. The campaign will have a link, a URL link with information and all that good stuff. You can pick different colors, right, Carly?
Yes, we'll have I want to say 3 different colors to choose from. Trying to max it out. Let's see. I got into the site now, and I'm trying to modify this here. If we sell the shirts at $20 a piece, and we're able to sell 20 of them, I apologize, I had the number wrong before. We'll make anywhere from $169 to $173 if we can sell 20, but that's at $20 a shirt. So, do you want the price to go up? Is 20 fine? I mean, if I had it at $21.99, $21.99, it changes it. Your goal, you're hitting about $200 at 20 shirts.
You know what, Carly, I'm going to stop screen sharing, and can you screen share your dashboard so we can see it real quick? So then we can actually kind of see. And then you can see how there's an actual URL link that we'll share out to the groups. You could click on it and purchase stuff too. So yeah, well, you're good, Carly. I can see this.
Yeah. You can see it? Okay. Awesome. So I've got it set at, or saying estimated total sales of $20. And the current price is $21.99. So the base cost of the shirt is $11.52. We've got the 2 different types of tees in here, the unisex tee and the women's tee, which either shirt sells, that either shirt counts towards the total, which is great. So when if you up the price, you're going to increase your profit. So right now, if we sell it at $21.99, we're going to have $10.47 in profit per shirt if we sell 20 shirts. So this number will change if we get down. If we only sell 10 shirts, we're only going to make about $40 to $50. But then you can see where your profit over here is going to decrease. So you really want to sell more shirts to get more profit. So here's, it's $21.99. You can see if I just throw in $20 there, it changes, like $40 in profit. Do you want to keep it at $21.99? Do you want, stay at 20? I mean, if we did 25, which is not, still not horrible. That's your goal over here, $269 to $273.
What do you guys think? Would you buy a $25 t-shirt? Or would you buy a 20? Would you be more likely to buy a $20 t-shirt? And if the price goes up to 25, would you be like, no? I want it to be, people are like, $20. Do you know what I mean?
That's my thought, is that people are like, a $20 shirt? Sure, here, I got $20 in my pocket. Take it.
Yeah, but 25, they're like,
I totally agree. Yeah, at 25, I would do it because I'm invested, but I don't know
if others. Exactly.
Exactly. I like 20, like a nice round number.
Because the shipping could be it could be up to $10. You know what I mean? So you end up being a $30 shirt. So I think we should keep it at 20.
Right.
Okay. 20 it is.
I agree.
Because Operation Code, when they launched their campaign t-shirt, and remember I told you they have 3,000 members? They sold 12. I was like, Conrad, you must have done something very bad to not get. And they have 19 chapter leaders, so I don't understand that you would hope at least a chapter leader would buy a t-shirt. I bought a t-shirt from them, and I'm like, so you only sold 12 and I was one of them? I don't understand this.
I think too, based on, because I looked at the site, the company that they used, and I think, Tony, you said that they only made $5 a shirt, and the shirts were priced at $30. I was like, were those shirts lined with gold or something?
It's a nice shirt. It's a very soft, comfortable t-shirt. It's actually a very good quality. So, I mean, it's a good shirt.
And Bonfire, when going through this whole thing too, they did say, they chose the highest quality shirt, and that's their primary. That's the premium unisex tee is going to be the primary, and it's supposed to be a very, very high quality shirt.
Okay, so let's settle. It's $20. You buy 2 t-shirts, you get entered, but how do we know that they've bought 2 t-shirts? Carly, you could see, right? You're able to see. Go ahead and launch one of these t-shirt campaigns.
Okay.
The Not False one. That's their top. We already know that's the winner. So
yeah.
Go
Let me
to
make sure, because there was supposed to be another color in here, and I'm like, wait a minute, I thought I saved that. I think we were doing, was it indigo? No, I can't remember what other color. Charcoal?
I think it's charcoal. Yeah, we're picking darker colors just because
Yeah.
it's easier for.
All right. Yeah, charcoal. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, charcoal it is. Okay, we'll just carry on. And then, of course, the bonfire will look at the design and make sure everything works out layout-wise, and that the size is suitable. Oops, that is not a number. And they'll approve it. So
Okay, so make this a fundraising campaign, yes. It will end on the 31st.
Okay, so
Does it go that long?
it does not.
Oh, it stops is that the maximum you could do is 21 days?
Yeah.
Oh, so if we wait and launched it on the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get the 2 paid days.
We
Yeah.
get the 2 paydays. Okay, so we have to launch it.
Yeah, we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait.
To like the 14th at least to launch it.
Yeah.
But we could say, hey, we've got fundraiser goal is
20 shirts.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we can finalize that later.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
I'll unshare if I can.
Yeah.
I'll share. Stop share. There it is. Okay.
And I'm going to go back and screen share again.
Okay. You carry on.
Yes. Okay. So we talked, t-shirts are done. So we're going to launch on the 14th. Still 20 goals, 40 t-shirts, end it on the 31st. Okay. Good deal. Okay. Hackathon. This is Carolee's baby. So we are talking about, we need a project, and we're not doing this as a traditional hackathon. Am I correct, Carolee? This is geared for beginners that don't have any coding experience, kind of like the Mad Skills one from last year.
I think we're going to have kind of a hybrid. I've had some registrations from people and doing a little Googling on them to figure out who they are because I don't recognize the names. It looks like they are Virginia people who aren't really local.
Okay.
They might be coming in from from Northern Virginia. Looks like they might be students. So they already have some coding experience. So I think we're going to have some teams doing things, and there will be opportunities for MilSpouses or military to jump on one of those teams with them or form their own team. But I do want to have opportunities for people who are nervous about doing this, don't know what to expect, don't want people to expect too much of them. If they've come in and basically there's something like what Mad Skills did at their hackathon, where you can just follow along, and if it's too easy, if it's something that you're already kind of familiar with and you want to take off and go a little bit farther with that, then there's that opportunity too. But if you are just brand new at it, there's somebody there to help you answer questions, and then there's directions on how to work your project.
Anybody have, so we do need judges then. We need a panel of judges for this hackathon.
Yeah. I think I've completely forgotten his name, but the guy from Kentucky who they're coming down.
Yes.
He does the boot camp.
I don't remember the boot camp name, but I talked
can't
to him.
either.
I had a conversation with him, and I
asked him if he would judge, and he said yeah. So we got that.
Sophia, if she would judge, and she said she'd be willing to do it if you want her.
Autumn, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit louder.
You're very low. You're very quiet.
I asked Sophia if she would judge, and she said that she can help out, and they can donate something from Apple if we need it, and that we can ask Apple for funding, but we have to give her the information because, with Apple's policies, you have to give them all the information. They have to approve her to help us.
Oh, okay.
Cool. I've got a document. I'll send that to you. I think I said I would send it to you anyway, and I've just not done that because I suck.
I have a few companies that I think might help us, but I just need an official document.
Cool.
On,
yeah, I've got a proposal that I can send you. Let me do that right now while we're here.
that she just needs the dates and then like a kind of a summary of like what it is and whatever, and then she'll give it to her boss next week.
Yeah.
I guess if she's a judge, it'll help too. But said she can help us come up with a project also. I mean, but she said she's willing to donate something from Apple.
That would be super cool.
Like,
I asked my husband if he would judge since he's an IT guy, and he said he would. So if we need him, he'll be there.
So that's 3 judges then, right?
Yeah, we got 3. If we need more, I'm sure I can beg the guys I work with to come. I'm sure they'd love to do that.
I want to say his name is Josh.
That sounds right.
Doesn't it, Josh?
It does, yeah.
From Kentucky?
Yeah.
Josh, Sophia. Sophie? Sophia.
Yeah.
From Apple, and then your husband. Okay. So how would you join remotely? How would you join a team remotely? Like, I'm in San Diego. I've never coded before. I want to learn something. How do I join a team? How does that work?
So we'll have the Zoom webinar going, but that's really going to be more for a big group thing. Mm-hmm. It would be good to have some options laid out for people. Wasn't there was a website that they reached out to us and said they would put our stuff up there, and I already did, and there was some kind of tool in there where you could confab with a group that way, and you could post your projects up there too. I need to go back and look at that.
Did I forward you an email Did I forward you an email from them? Oh,
yes.
Okay, I know what it is, but I don't know the name.
I forgot the name too. It was a few months ago, so lots has happened since then.
Okay.
But they can also use like Google Hangouts or anything like that if they want to do anything live. Okay. There will be Wi-Fi there, plenty of internet.
So the space that we're using, they have workspaces, they have power outlets, they have.
Yes, I went to. They hosted another hackathon in April for the state of Virginia. They're the Department of Transportation, and I went to that and was able to see what's going on and what we need to know for when it's our turn. I will probably bring some extra, what are those things called? Extension cords and stuff, because there's not a lot of really good centralized plugs. They're all, against the walls, but the room's kind of big where we're going to be in the garage. So, but we've got good space, and it's plenty of room for the number of people who are going to be there. There's extra space on the side where we can put food and anything else that like our swag and stuff we can put over there. Any prizes we can put over there. And there's bathrooms there. Verizon Fios for the internet. And I don't think there's going to be anything else going on that weekend there. Of course, they could book something else in the meantime, but like with our hackathon that we did before, we were able to kind of spread out around the entire place. Lots of little couches and stuff you could sit on, or desks that you could go sit at. So if we do have that opportunity, then it's going to be even better.
So I guess my question is, so we're running like, it's almost like 2 different hackathons. One that is a legit like a mini hackathon because it's a limited time. It's not a 24-hour one. It's like a 12-hour one. Is that right?
Not even 12, yeah. Like but it's open code. So somebody can bring in something they've already been working on.
And then we're going to do a code along for beginners. Is that a code along project? And we don't have that project yet. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay. And Adam, you were saying that Sophia could create something for us?
Well, she could help us do a project and stuff. Also, when do we want to do the swag? Because I can help you guys with the swag, but when do we want to have that by, and how, like, are we paying for it with t-shirt money?
Yes, we're going to try to use our t-shirt money, and we do still have money in our account. We just need to maintain 500, and we're over that. So we have probably I have to double check our account, but we have like 500-ish of money, of funds that we could use, but we were saving that for food possibly. So we'll see.
I did reach out to my company and ask them if they'd want to get in on something, and I mentioned that we need food. We need somebody to donate food for us. I haven't heard back, but in the meantime, I also have heard that Chick-fil-A will sometimes donate food, and my brother-in-law is a manager for a Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
So I'm thinking of reaching out to him and finding out, what's the best way to approach a local Chick-fil-A, because, who doesn't love that stuff? It's like crack.
They donate like a bunch of food to our FRG meetings, and Keurig will donate a coffee maker once a year to like FRGs, and since we're technically military, like affiliated in a way, like a spouse thing, so they would probably, if we had a good proposal, they'd probably give us something to give away.
That'd be cool.
Like coffee maker.
Okay, so let's see what kind of project we could do for the code along. And Carolee and I were like, oh, we could teach something, but I honestly don't think we have the time to do that. I feel like we're going to be running around trying to coordinate other things, and I don't want to
putting out fires.
Yeah, I don't want to be stretched too thinly. Like if we're both the same location together, one of us possibly could teach something, but I just still feel like we have so much to oversee. Like it's the small details that get you. So we should have someone else teach that is available to teach. So if is it Sophia or Sophie?
Sophie. Oh, I think it's both. I think that's just her nickname. But if she's a judge, can she teach the project?
No, if she's a judge, she cannot. Well,
she won't be judging anything that she'd be teaching. She'd be judging the other projects. So
that's true. Yes, that's very true. So yes, she could do the code along. And so we need to talk about, okay, so let's say Sophie teaches a code along. Everybody follows along with her. So how can our virtual leaders help? Are we creating tech support rooms that are Mac and PC specific? Are we creating East Coast, West Coast for time zones? Are we creating specific rooms for, and I'm thinking, do you see what I'm saying? Like for Mad Skills, they had 2 different pod rooms, and each pod room had 2 leaders in them. So, and for some reason we did the night before, we had a lot of setup problems. So I was helping tons of people that had PC problems, and I know enough about PC that it was fine, but it was hard for them for me to show them on my computer. So I'd have to look at their screen. We have to screen share, then I have to look at their computer, like, okay, go to your start menu, go here, go there, go there. You know what I mean? So it would be nice if the people who are helping other people out were specialized in that OS. So like, I'm more than happy to do Mac. Someone could do PC. Wait, do most of our chapter leaders use, we should take a survey. Who here uses a PC when they code?
I do.
Do you? So that's John. John's 1. I'm a Mac person.
I'm a Mac person too.
Mac.
PC.
Carolee, you said PC?
Yeah.
Okay, so John and Carolee are PC people. So there's 2.
I was using my PC up until earlier, but it needed to be replaced, so I replaced it with a Mac.
Okay. And it's not that I couldn't do a PC, but it's just nice to have people who, that's their operating system, so it'd be more, I guess, user-friendly. Okay, so let's say Sophie's teaching a code along. Someone has a question. How do they ask a question? Because she's too busy teaching it, she won't have time to stop to help them. Are we doing a Zoom chat that way? Is that how we're helping them?
Yeah, I think I actually kind of wanted to do some kind of dry run on Zoom. I don't know how to do that. It's $40 to do the webinar thing. I need to go look at particulars and see if there are rooms that you can be in, because it seems like that would be best if you can, but I don't think I think it's just one big giant group.
So maybe you could designate who the admins are in the beginning of the Zoom call, like, hey, if you have questions, these are the 4 people that you can reach out to.
Right.
And if some,
or
like,
if they're asking questions in the comments in the chat, then, you know, maybe if we've got people who are standing by watching for that too.
you know what we should do when you put your name into Zoom, you should put like IB Tawan-Mac, so you already know what your OS is. That'd be kind of a nice way to distinguish too, like, okay, I already know that you have a PC, so when I Google things to help you, then I could just look up PC stuff instead of, you know, does that make sense? Like, okay, let's try to get this project, Sophie's project, in the next 2 weeks, and let's dry run it by our next meeting, which should be, it's the second Wednesday of September, which is September 11th. I don't know if people feel like that's a bad luck day to do a meeting. We could move it to the 10th, maybe.
The only thing is that we have to wait for Apple to approve it, because, you know, like when you like tech company, like you kind of sign a, like, you can't code and do anything for anybody unless we approve it. Like,
yeah, so let's have a plan B. Let's do this too. So let's have her do our plan A. Plan B, if for some reason we don't fit the criteria of them approving, we need to have a plan B. So plan B, anybody have an idea for a plan B? Or does someone want to teach a beginning code along? That should take, so I remember the math skills, I put everything in GitHub. Liza had us test it, and it was slotted for, it was 8 hours. So the day before we did setup, we did the code along, it was 8 hours. She had me run through it. I think I took less, I think mine was an hour and a half to run through the whole thing. But I knew how to do stuff, you know what I mean? So at a brand new beginner, we just doubled the time. I cannot remember if that was enough time or if it was, I can't remember. Because I said just double it. So if it took me an hour and a half, it should take everybody at least 3.
So do we need someone who's teaching at, like, okay, so we're just doing a location in Virginia Beach, or doing one in San Diego too?
We can do a San Diego one, but I won't be there for San Diego because I'm going to Virginia Beach.
Oh, so you guys are both, so we're all going to be in Virginia Beach.
Yeah. I'm flying out to Virginia Beach to do that one. And so we could have a San Diego one. So like maybe we could ask Mercedes. I think Jessica's in San Diego. So we could ask if we want to do one in San Diego, we can. I just have to have someone available.
I would do it, but I feel like I don't know enough about like code to do that. I mean, I know like that.
You'd be surprised, Autumn. You'd be very surprised how much you know. And it has to be, it's just something, the idea of a hackathon, which was so great about the Mad Skills one, is that it was geared for beginners who didn't have any coding experience. So it was the first taste of them doing something fun. And after the hackathon, they had something they could show to people. So
I definitely want to do a project, but I don't think I know enough to teach. But I'm trying to think, who do we have in Virginia Beach that knows enough to teach?
Well, what do you feel? Well, tell me, what would you feel comfortable doing?
Everything that's not teaching people.
Starbucks run.
You know what's
Starbucks
actually
run.
looking really
That's
easy
funny.
is Alexa skills.
Really?
You can do a really basic Alexa skill, and it's pretty. Sorry. You want to try it? Shh. No. Alexa, stop.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Her skills are actually, it's kind of a plug and play. You can do a really, really simple one. It's all on the web, on Amazon's site, and you just tell it what you want it to do, what speech tags you want to associate with different things, and what it should pull up.
I will.
It would probably require a little bit of research on part of whoever's going to teach that, but just to figure out, how you could expand on it. But to do something really simple and then just kind of letting people run loose with it after that would be, that would be something impressive. Somebody could go home and say, I wrote an Alexa skill.
Do you have to do it, like, are we teaching for like 8 hours, or are we just teaching like for?
No, not for the whole 8 hours. I think, maybe an hour or two of teaching, and then just kind of be available to answer questions or help somebody, show them, what terms they can read can Google to research more on this issue or whatever they're trying to do next. Just kind of be there to mentor along. on the do-it-yourself after that.
And if I know you two are in the same building, to call if there's like a fire.
I can work with you on something. Yeah. Whether it's Alexa, whether it's her or not.
Also have a Cosmo or or whatever, like little robot. You know those robots that you can code in Python?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know Sophia has one. So I mean, if we want, we can, like, they have a huge open source GitHub. So
that would be cool too, to have people just be able to sit there and mess around with it and see if they can get it to do something.
Then you can see it.
Yeah.
Know? But I don't know how many of those would we need. Like, can we just do with one, or do we need like?
I wouldn't bring a bunch. I'd have it there after the learning part's over with if they wanted to look at something else.
Yeah, I think
could work on that.
Well, I have an Alexa in my closet somewhere because I bought a HomePod, but I have an Alexa too. So we could do like one station for Alexa and then one station for like a Cosmo or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
Yeah, we're in the closet. One's telling her to shut up, the other puts her in the closet. I'm trying to decide, I have to talk to my husband about it. I'd really love to come down. I want to come, just wanted to get out of New York for a bit.
You should, yeah.
But I really want to come. Plus, I can just, push it. It's like, resumes, I got done this. I have never done a hackathon, so as a complete newbie to that world, I don't know. I think you posted, Kayla, you posted something about some of the stuff, the newbie stuff,
Yeah.
What to expect. I don't know. I felt like I still need, I need to know more. It's just me. I need details. Because I have no idea what to expect, and I can code for the most part. But Autumn, do I know enough to teach?
You do.
How can I help?
You
I wanna
absolutely
help.
do. You've been coding for a year? Yes, you absolutely. You don't think so,
Okay.
but I know you do. Like, if you've been coding for
No.
a year and you built a project, if you know how to push something to GitHub, yes, you absolutely do know enough to code a beginning class.
I can parse an API.
The fact you even know what parse means, you could code. That I'm just going to tell you that right now. You know what I mean? So, and just remember, a lot of people don't even know technical terms. So we have to be very careful on the verbiage we use, because people are like, JSON, API, parse. That's foreign language. That's jibber jabber to them. They have no idea. It's jargon. They have no idea what that means. So, yeah, I'm not worried about. I think I'm worried about us being too technical.
In my head, trust me.
I'm worried about us being too technical for beginners, because even them using their computer and you're trying to show people. Like, I remember last year we had brand new people and they knew how to use a computer, and I tell them to go to their settings and like, I don't even know how to do that. So that's the type of beginning that you're dealing with. So the more beginner friendly, so they don't get frustrated, so they don't feel stupid, the better. So if it's a very simple project, as long as they could show they've built something, is very powerful and very empowering. So
now, I know Autumn mentioned Cosmo. I'm a coach for First Lego League, and so I have access to a robot. I can't remember the name of the robot, but it's cool because it's drag and drop. Like in the app, you're dragging in loops. You're dragging in. I taught my 9-year-old, go, that's an infinite loop. And he's like, what's that, Mom? I was like, it does it over and over and over again. It doesn't stop unless you tell it to stop. So I have access to a robot that we can program like that. And it's really simple. If mine, at the time he was 8, he understood how to program that robot. It might be something fun to have around. So that is an option.
Okay, let's do that.
So I'm throwing that out there.
Are we having a prize for the hackathon? Like, are we offering a prize for the winner? What did we? I know we really don't have any money right now, but what are we trying to offer a prize? Like, I feel like we should offer something.
I thought if we couldn't get a donation, I would just get like an Echo Dot, because that's a pretty common prize.
An Echo Dot?
At the other ones, yeah, that I've been to. They're fairly inexpensive, so I can grab a couple of those, and that should
be a good prize. Okay. And
yeah.
Carly, depending on how much money we raise, I'm more than happy to. And if we don't raise any money, I'm more than happy to donate towards buying a couple too as well. Do you know what I mean? So
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have our prize, Echo Dots, plural. So it's for everybody for the team that wins, right? So if there's a team of 5.
I think if we limit team size probably shouldn't exceed 5, and that way we know if we get 5, we'll have plenty for whoever wins.
So let's put this in the stipulation.
I think
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Autumn. Team of 5, max.
Donate something like an Apple TV, maybe.
How much is an Apple TV? $199? Does that sound about right?
It's kind of like a $149, I think. That's the old ones. $199, I think you're right, for the new one.
Okay, well, let's see how much money we raise. But Echo Dots, 5 max. And we could keep on running this t-shirt campaign. Like, we could do our first run and see how well we do that first time. And then we could run it again with the second t-shirts, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And see how we do there. And then, okay, so we got a prize. We have a code along, a plan B code along Alexa skill. We'll try that. I'll look into that too. Like, let's have everything.
I can let me share my screen really quick with you, just so you can see once you get inside of there what it looks like.
What is it like? Do we have to have the same prize for every person, or like what if we got like a bunch of prizes donated? Like, could we just do like these are all of the prizes, I guess? Or, like, they could split it up amongst themselves, or like how does?
Well, if there's a team, everybody on the team should get a prize. So
yeah,
if we have a first and second, third place, and there's 50 people in the hackathon at the physical location one, and if you're joining virtually, you're probably going to be in the newbie camp where you just want to learn how to code something. There might be some people who want to do their own team and join, and we could ship things out. But I think, and I could be wrong. You might get a team of people who want to join virtually and submit a project, and they could win. So we could do, but I just feel like we're limited on funds. So if we get people who donate, yes, absolutely, we could give out prizes, like we have them. But if we don't, then we have to pretend that we have no money and it's all up on us. So just to be 100% sure we're going to have a successful hackathon. You know what I mean? Okay, go ahead, Carly.
Okay, so yeah, this is it right here. This is the whole thing, and you can get in there and actually tweak the JSON that's in the background. But it is literally just filling in like what are you going to say to invoke skill. If you want to cancel the skill, you don't want it to do what should they say to cancel it, etc. So it's just literally filling in a form like this. And then the advanced could be showing them the JSON and where you can go in and make tweaks to what you're doing, how you can get in there and actually code. You can code with PHP, I think Python, JavaScript, and there was something else too, but
Ruby?
It was like Ruby or something.
I want to say it's Ruby that you could do that
I think it was, but it's like it's this simple. So it would not be hard for somebody to come up with Autumn if they wanted to.
I like how you do that. I might have to take her out of the closet. I mean.
How do I stop? Oh.
Yeah.
Stop share. There we go.
Okay, so do we feel good? We have a plan A. It's Sophia with Apple. Plan B, an Alexa code along. And we'll look at it. And let's get our code along project finalized by our next meeting. Because we have to test run it. And all the chapter leaders can try it out and see if they could follow. The project should be simple enough that if you downloaded the GitHub code, you should be able to follow along without someone teaching you. Because that's what some people did through the hackathon. After they downloaded the GitHub code and they downloaded, it was like a Javalet. It's a Java application. They were able to complete it on their own. They watched the video if they got stuck, and then they were able to finish it out. So, do we feel good?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want me to do that?
Yes, absolutely, Autumn. Like, even, okay, let's say you didn't know anything about code, okay? Let's just say this. You don't know anything about code. Carolee and I are there to help you regardless, but we'll have it step by step. Like, step 1, download this. Go to the Amazon, Alexa skills, documents. Download this, step 2. So we'll write out step-by-step instructions because we're going to have to put it in our GitHub repo so people can follow along anyway. So you'll have a step-by-step tutorial on how to teach someone. And then it's good because Mercedes says, I want to test this out for a beginner. I'm like, perfect. So we'll give it out to people who aren't familiar with Alexa skills. And they'll be like, I got so stuck and I was so lost. I had no idea how to continue. I got this error message. I did not know what to do. You know what I mean? So we need PC people and Mac people to test it out. Different skill levels to test it out. And then so by the next meeting, we'll have to do it. I think we're going to have to do a meeting in September and a second one like 2 weeks later before the hackathon to like iron everything out. So we're going to have 2 meetings in September. And then maybe a couple of days before the hackathon. So so the normal meeting at the second Wednesday of the month is just our normal chapter one. We'll have another one 2 weeks later, and then we'll probably have another one 3 days before the hackathon. Does that sound good, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we could test everything out. You could go, Autumn, and your plan B, Autumn, remember that, okay? So don't.
You let her come,
But we just want to be ready. We want to have it ready because when you got to plan for the worst case scenario and be ready for it. You know what I mean? So.
Really, you need to come and be here.
I'm going to be there for the hackathon. I will definitely be there for the hackathon. So
I'm going to try to get there. I've got a free plane ticket on them, and so I might cash that in, and I'll come there for more support. I'll pat you on the back. You got this, girl. You got this. That's
and I think it's very motivational to hear that you feel like you don't know what you're doing, and you've only been doing it for whatever period of time, but the fact that you enjoy it so much and that you're so excited to do it, it shows how far you could come. Like, I remember if I look at my code the first time I learned, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a hot mess. Do you know what I mean? And then you go back and you refactor everything, or you just scrap it and start all over. But it's satisfying to know how far you've come. And that's what we want to tell people. Like, this is a marathon. You know what I mean? Like, it takes time. This is not like a quick race. So. Okay, let's talk about dates.
And there's something to be said too I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I think there's just
I don't know if y'all can hear me. My internet's messing up.
I can hear you.
Mine's lagging.
Carrie, I just know
Okay.
Toanne, I think we're losing Toanne. Somewhere.
There's something to be said for the fact that, none of us goes into a project and knows what we're doing. We're constantly Googling, how did somebody else do this particular thing, run into a bug? How do I figure out what's causing this? I haven't seen this one before. And being able to stand up in front of people and saying, well, I don't know that. Let's look it up. This is how I research when I run into a problem. I mean, that's very representative of what this job is, so.
Yeah, I wish somebody told me that when I first started this. I wish someone told me it was okay to not know the answers and to Google it, because I swear I would be so much further right now.
Okay, so the next meeting, it's supposed to be the second Wednesday, which is September 11th. How do we feel about that date? Do you want to push it to the 10th instead, or are you guys okay on the September 11th? How do you guys feel about that?
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Okay. So tentatively right now, next one will be September 11th, same time that we always do it. And then the second one of September will be 2 weeks later. Are we still okay on Wednesdays? Do Wednesdays work okay for everybody? So let's say tentatively the second one will be September 20. Am I in the right month? 2 weeks later, September 25th. Yeah.
If we're doing Wednesdays, isn't?
Oh, you're right. The 26th. Oh, you know, you're right. I'm completely off. So it's September 12th.
Okay. Yeah, now we don't have to worry about the 11th.
Yeah, September 12th and September 26th.
Mm-hmm.
And then actually 3 days before the hackathon is the second Wednesday of October, which is October 10th. Yeah, October 10th. So those are our next 3 meetings. And I'll send you guys an email.
So when do we want to work on like swag and like that kind of stuff?
Let's do our first t-shirt run. And so on August 31st, we'll see how much money we've made. And then how much time do you need, Autumn, for swag?
Not really that long. As long as we're just using our logo and stuff like that. Are we doing anything like special for the hackathon, or just as long as we keep it, I think continuity between like everything we do, it all has the same colors and it looks the same. I think it's pretty much, we can get it ordered and it shouldn't take too long depending on where it's coming from. But I mean, Virginia Beach is a pretty big place. I'm sure we can get it done locally if we can't get it shipped fast enough.
Stickers seem to be the most popular thing I've seen at these.
Mm-hmm.
They're cheap and they're fast to ship too. So.
And everybody likes stickers for their laptops, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot cheaper than a shirt because shirts are expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, we can all get shirts, but I don't think it would be something that, like, unless you're charging people, I wouldn't give away shirts.
And I have a bunch of shirts that Vet Hacks donated to us. So
I actually I was planning to buy shirts for everybody. I mean, for people for winners. But do you feel like as a giveaway too, like, you know, like
as a giveaway it would be good, but I wouldn't do that especially for our first year, unless we had a really generous donor who said this is 4 t-shirts.
I think we should all come in shirts though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. If you're coming to the physical hackathon, you should be in an official. You should be in the MilSpouse Coder brand shirt.
Yeah.
We've got Alexa in the closet. We've got Carly's kids. Okay, guys. So we've got our next 3 meetings. We're going to launch our t-shirt campaign. We've got Sophia, maybe. We've got Autumn, definitely. With your support tribe, we'll be there to help you out. So, yeah.
And for the babysitter, that's all I need.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? If you need a babysitter, so we kind of have the money, but we kind of don't. But for things like this one event, if you need money for babysitting, we'll definitely cover that for you. You know what I mean? Because we don't do these all the time, and this is a one event that, you know, we should be able to provide people who are helping us out to do this. So, okay, we got a plan. We're scheduled out for the next month or so. Does anybody want to talk about anything besides hackathon stuff? And I apologize. This is just going to take up our time for the next 2 months. No? We're good?
What do we do for the codes when nobody is RSVPing though? Should we just
Yeah, most people don't RSVP, honestly. They usually don't. They're actually really bad about RSVPing. I almost never had anybody ever RSVP, but they just showed up. But I was always there consistently, and they knew that I was there consistently, and I'd post, hey, I'm here at Coffee and Code. Come join me. Bring your little ones. Whatever, you know. And I'd take a picture of whoever was there. I'm like, hey, it was always me and Scott. I'm like, Scott and I are here. Come by, you know. It was just the 2 of us. And after, people were like, oh, you know, so. Yeah, no one's going to RSVP. It's just how people are. So. Oh, Courtney.
Okay.
This is the last thing I want to say. Hey, Courtney, did you get an email from that guy? I already forgot his name. I don't remember anybody's name, you guys, but he's in the DC area. He's with Operation Code. He wants to start a chapter there. Sean? I want to say his name is Sean McBride. he wants to start a chapter. He heard
Sean
about
McBride, yeah.
He heard about your group from someone named Gabby. He says, like, she said that you guys have been great. And so he's like, oh, and someone asked on Operation Code, like, hey, does anybody know about MilSpouse coders? And they're like, oh yeah, that's Toann. So he wanted to meet up with you guys and maybe share the same space, maybe do same meetings. But if you guys are going in two different directions, don't worry about doing joint meetings. Just co-advertise for each other. Like, hey, if you have a vet or active serviceman that would like to learn from his ex-Army, and I don't know what his language he does, but he does these sessions on these days if you don't work out on Fridays. Does that make sense? Like, hey, we have different type of meetups you could show. Yep. So just meet with him. If you want him to teach something, or if you don't have a good vibe with him, then don't worry about it. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm glad to meet him. I'm glad to welcome him to the U.S. So you say he's ex-Army? He's
a vet? I probably could look at his profile right now and tell you.
Just because we meet on post is the only reason I ask if he can get on easily, get into the USO.
Aspiring DC chapter leader, web development, ex-Army, full stack academy alum. Yes, Sean McBride is his name. Yes.
Good.
Yep. I gave him your email, so yours and Sarah. So he should be sending you an email. Maybe he just shows up one day. So just wanted to give you a heads up.
But also going on in Northern Virginia, I was able to sit in on the MilSpouse Coffee Connection and sit in as a guest speaker. So I talked this up, and I had a lot of enthusiastic head nods. So that was good. Like I say, we're in a rebuilding time because of PCS season, but I'm actively rebuilding.
Yeah. Hear you. Okay, guys. Go team. We got a lot of stuff to do for the next couple months. So thank you for your hard work. I know being a volunteer is, difficult, especially when you guys have families and or careers, or if you're learning. So I appreciate the time that you guys could dedicate to this. Like, this is my passion project. So I'd love it that we could always connect and, have a shared goal of learning how to code and help other people code. So I really appreciate you guys just taking your time. Okay, guys, I will send you guys emails, and I'll post this meeting out, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Good night,
everybody.
Bye.
Curly, I'll message you, okay?